Welcome to the Stek Vs 20 Years of Sonic the Hedgehog. Today, the turn of Sonic 3. Bigger, better, faster, longer, more amazing, and that's all despite Sega not being able to finish the game and creating the add-on Sonic and Knuckles. But that's for the next video. Sonic 3 added quite a lot to the series, scripted events that allowed Sonic to run behind Dr. Robotnik whilst Dr. Robotnik was dropping bombs, and among other things, this gave Sonic 3 a scale and narrative drive not felt in the series till this game. 3 new bubbles that protected Sonic from fire, water and electricity each had their unique properties. Fire allowed for a mid-air dash attack, water allowed for no drowning, and a bounce attack. Lightning allowed for a double jump as well as attracting rings from a short distance. To add to all this, Sonic himself could spin around in the air for a brief second, protecting from damage. With this, Tails was given the ability to be able to fly and in some cases carry Sonic. Knuckles was introduced to the series for the first time as a new antagonist but would later become an anti-hero. There were more special stages than ever before with the intro of bonus stages. A gumball-like machine would have Sonic bouncing up to the lever, spinning it, and it would drop bubbles containing power-ups, rings, and lives. The new special stage had players running around a large sphere to collect rings and blue balls whilst avoiding bumpers and red balls. The Chaos Emerald is awarded to the player once he has collected all the blue balls. Finally, this game has a story worth mentioning, as the Chaos Emeralds are a part of it. Knuckles, the keeper of the Master Emerald, is tricked by Robotnik into thinking that Sonic is after the Master Emerald. He takes the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic at the beginning of the game and maintains constantly as an annoyance throughout. So, that all done with, let's play some Sonic 3. And here it is, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That's right. I will start off by talking about the scripted events. Yes, the very first scripted event is right at the beginning of the game, where you see Sonic from Sonic 2 rushing off with the Chaos Emeralds. That's assuming that you got all the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 2 and got the good ending from Sonic 2. And that was Knuckles. Knuckles unfortunately doesn't feature much in this video, and doesn't really feature that much in Sonic 3. He's more of a nuisance than anything else. He kind of pops in and out constantly and gets on your nerves and drops you off. Unfortunately, the bit that really kind of was the staple for Sonic and Knuckles was the interaction between Sonic and Knuckles, and it's a bit of a shame really that it got sold short on this game. And here we are, the first special stage. Get all the blue spheres. Yes, unfortunately I am not very good at these, and you know, well, I don't really know why, to be completely honest. I was going to say why, but I'm just not very good at these. I don't know if it's just because I'm not fast enough to do them, but I kind of suck at them. Eventually, with, well, years of practice previously, I did manage to get all of the Chaos Emeralds and then the Hyper Emeralds with a Sonic 3 plugged into Sonic and Knuckles. But unfortunately this time, as you've just seen, I messed it up straight away. The bane of my existence really are those springs. I constantly run into those springs and then running back into a red ball. But that's just how it goes. And what I talked about in Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 a little bit was the work that's put into animation on a Sonic game, which, you know, it's kind of stands out really in comparison to some games, especially from this era of the Sega Mega Drive. I believe this was around 1994. And there is a lot of work put into these animations. If you can see, just look at all the rings spinning around. And the little details in the background with all the clouds, obviously spinning around there, and what's put into that. And the little animation in the background with, look, all the little robots. See them all just flying by you? I mean, it's that really makes a Sonic game. Those little details that are just put in and are just so superb and just really enjoyable, and they just add a whole atmosphere. And especially with this game, this was the game, Sonic 3, that for me really cemented the series. I know a lot of people say it's Sonic 2, but Sonic 3 really is the one that was the best as far as I was concerned. A lot of people say that the best Sonic game on the 2D platform is Sonic CD, and unfortunately for me, I never got to play Sonic CD because I never owned a Sega CD. It's kind of, by comparison, I suppose, obviously the Sega CD looks a little bit better than Sonic 2 by comparison, but you can't really tell much of a difference. And I know there's the whole forwards and backwards in time aspect to Sonic CD, but to be completely honest, I prefer the storytelling in Sonic 3, and I prefer how it works. It's just an all-round better game. Obviously, what you'll notice right now is that I have one of the bubbles that I talked about. I have the fire bubble. Each bubble can be useful in its own right. And yes, this is the end of the first stage. Each bubble can be useful in its own right and can be a bit of a drawback in its own right. Each bubble has its opposite. Well, not really an opposite because there's only 3 elements in these bubbles. Each bubble has a way that you can destroy the bubble by accident. The water bubble can be easily destroyed by fire. The fire bubble can be easily destroyed by water, and the electricity bubble can be easily destroyed by water. And again with the special stages, and seeing how badly I suck. Well, let's just carry on with this and see how quickly I can actually fail. Yes, spin round and round and round and round. As you'll see in the top left hand corner, there is actually a counter that I didn't mention for how many blue balls you've actually got to collect. I said that you've got to collect blue balls, but I didn't actually say how many. It actually does differ with each stage, and to this day I don't even really know if the bonus stage that you actually get is based on the ring that you pick up, because there's lots in different places, or if it's, oh god, yes, I failed again quite miserably. I do apologise, I do suck. Or if it's actually based on the number of rings you've picked up previously. So say, usually it's you have one bonus stage, and as I was saying before, sorry, with the bubbles, I just dropped in water with a fire bubble, which meant that I lost my fire bubble. And if the bonus stages are based on how many you've previously picked up, so you go through them in a specific order, I really don't know whether it is the case or not, to be completely honest. And I might as well carry on talking about the water. As previously stated in Sonic 2, Sonic's real worst enemy is the water, and there is a lot of random water bits in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Just because I think it adds a lot more atmosphere to the game, and that's really what Sonic 3 was about. It was about adding a lot of really good atmosphere and capturing a storytelling not seen previously in the Sonic games. And they really did manage to pull it off. It was quite expertly done, really. The Sonic games themselves, kind of drifted away eventually. And it's a bit of a shame that after Dreamcast games, there were some pretty pony games. But these first games really showed, what could be capable of doing with such an odd concept, really. A blue hedgehog. You've got to admit it is a strange concept. And oh yes, I missed that. I'm sorry. I do suck. I have a habit of doing that on Sonic games, on the most obvious things, unfortunately. Especially with things like on the second game, the spinning spikes that you meet in the second level. I died to that so many times just because I managed to get it wrong and mistime something. But that is one of the charms of Sonic, and I suppose you could really say it's one of the charms of the Mario games. They were so well put together games, and the gameplay was so superb that you could make that little mistake. And we have the bonus stage. I think, to be honest, what I'll do is I'll grab this bubble and this 1-up and just jump out of the bonus stage, because that is really all there is to the bonus stage. You can actually spend as long as you want in there and get quite a lot, really, out of that bonus stage. But I suppose really what we need is to carry on with this. And as I mentioned, the one scripted event I did mention, because it's the one, obviously, it's in the first couple of levels, and it's the one that I've seen the most often, is this whole, I believe it's the Egg Fortress. I don't think it actually gets a name until the Dreamcast games, but the large ship of Robotnik's is, I think, the Egg Fortress. And it's dropping bombs on you as you run away, obviously. You can see what's happening right now. And this is a perfect example, if you look very delicately, of how much effort they put into the animation of Sonic games. If you look at Sonic's little ears and little spikes flying around in the background. And, yep, I almost died there, sorry. I don't know why I always go for that first shot on this boss and almost always end up nearly dying. It's a real character flaw, unfortunately. I always want to get that one shot in on Robotnik, I don't know why. And yep, that was kind of simple, really. And I don't know why the springs are above you on this level. It kind of, well, I don't really know. And one thing I will show you just before I finish is the transitions of Sonic. I didn't actually mention this in my video. And yep, I paused there, sorry. I didn't mention the transitions of these videos because what you're about to see is Knuckles pop up and transition you into the second level. This is another thing that they used in Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles to actually carry on the storytelling. And there we are, transitioning straight into the second stage. Well, I might as well say, I'm the Stek, and I'll see you around.